Hi everyone, welcome back to Geeks for Geeks practice and welcome back to another problem of the day. Quickly give me a +1 in the chat if my voice is clearly audible to everyone and everything is working fine, and then we'll start with the video as well. Actually, when I hit the video on my mobile, so I think the ad got played on the video. So all of you can give me a +1 in the chat if my voice is clearly audible and everything is working fine. Then I'll share my screen as well. So hi Rishit. All right. So I think that everything is working fine for us. Now let me add my screen as well. Okay. So hi Vipul, hi Rishit. Oh, all right. So everyone can quickly give me a +1 and then we'll be good to go. Hi Vanchika as well. So today's problem is really interesting, to be honest. I'll just quickly remove the code part. Today's problem is really interesting and it has been previously asked in Amazon and Microsoft. So let's quickly solve this problem up. It says that you are given a binary string str. Okay. Basically, this problem says that you are given a binary string and that is str. Now, a binary string is what? Like we are given a binary string. Now, what is a binary string? A binary string is a string which consists of characters as 0 and 1. Okay, the characters in the binary string are 0 and 1. Okay, you can give me a +1 as well if you are clear with this. Now, it says that what you can do is in one operation, okay, sir, love from Pakistan, GFG helped me to, GFG helped me a lot in my career. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So, see, it says that in a single operation, in one operation, what you can do is you can choose index L and R. Okay, so it basically says that in one operation, let's say the string looks like this. Okay, let's say the string looks something like this. Okay, let's say this is the string. Now in one operation it says that you can choose a particular, let's say L. Okay, and you can choose a particular range, let's say R. Let's say something like this. Let's say you can choose this range L to R, and you can flip all the bits. You can flip all the bits, like all the zeros that are there you can mark them as 1, and all the ones that are there you can mark them as 0. Is this clear? Like 0 can be marked as 1 and 1 can be marked as 0, so you can flip. Is this point clear? Is this point clear? So possibly this is how it will look like in this case. Is it clear? Right. This is just an example. Is it clear? This operation is clear. All of you can write clear in the chat and please hit the like button if you haven't. Okay. All right. So this is what the problem says. Now it says that by complement we mean this thing that 0 converts to 1 and vice versa. Now it says that what you can do is like this is the operation that you can perform, but it says that you can perform this operation at most one time. Okay. So what you can do is you will either perform this operation, like either you will perform this operation one time, okay, or you will not perform this operation. We will see to this as well. Please write 0 1 in the chat. Either you will not perform this operation any number of time, or you will perform this operation only one time. Please write 0 1 in the chat. Either you will not be performing this operation, or you will perform this operation only one time. If this much is clear, please hit the like button and give me a +1 in the chat as well. Okay, either you'll perform this operation or not perform this operation, right? Only one. Either you'll not perform it, so 0 time perform, or you'll perform it only one time, so one time it will be performed. Now you want to do what? Let's say you perform the operation one time. Okay, let's say that you are performing the operation. So let's say you perform the operation one time. Okay, let's say there was a certain string, something like this. Okay, and let's say you perform the operation. So what you will do is you will choose like if you are performing the operation, that means you are choosing a particular L, you are choosing a particular R, and in that range you will flip all the numbers, right? So let's say you choose this and you flip this range. Okay, so after this, what your task is that after choosing that particular range, the new string that you have performed na, like the new string that has been generated, it should have the maximum number of ones. It should have the maximum number of ones. Is this question clear to everyone? The question is clear till now, that it should have the maximum number of ones after the conversion part. Please give me a +1 in the chat if everyone is clear. Okay. Now, when will you not perform the operation? You will not perform the operation in which case? Let's say if the string looks like 11111. Okay. If this is the string, this is the original string that has been given. So will you like to perform any flips? Will you like to perform any operation? No. No operation. You will not like to perform any operation, right? So when you will not perform any operation, then you can simply return -1. Is this clear? That when all the ones are there, then you won't be performing any operation and you can simply return -1 there. All right. Otherwise, you will try to do this. So what you can do is initially you can just traverse through this string, and you can count. You can count if the count of the zeros is equal to the string size, right? So in that case, you can simply return -1. So let's quickly do that this part, and then we'll proceed further with the code as well. Okay. So let me just do one thing. Let's quickly write a little bit of code here. So what I'm saying is, like, I can have a counter, let's say a zero. Okay, that will indicate the number of zeros. So counter will be zero, right? And then what I will do is, I'll say that okay, let's have n also. So let's say n is equal to str dot size, and then we'll iterate the for, let's say int, let's say I starts from zero. Okay, I is lesser than n, then we do an I plus plus. Now what we will do is, if it happens that str of I is equal to zero, if it's zero, right? So in that case, we'll do what? We'll do counter plus plus. If we are getting, like, sorry, if it is one, if we are getting ones, so we'll count the number of ones. Okay, and if the counter is equal to n, if it is the number of zeros is equal to total number of sorry, the number of ones in the string is equal to the total size of the string, right? So I think that I should have not taken this n because it is already declared. So if the size is equal to the number of ones, then I can simply return what? I'll simply return the answer as -1 by storing it in a vector. Is it clear? Till this point, everyone is clear? Yeah, n was already given, sorry. So is this point clear to everyone? Till this point, everyone is clear with this? Yeah, I'll simply return -1. As a vector, I have to return, no? So I am returning it as an array. Right? This is what we will do. Okay. Now, what should we do further? So, furthermore, what we will try to do is, like, furthermore, the problem says that now, if you are if you are going to choose, let's say, okay, if you are going to choose this particular thing, so what you will do is you will choose a particular segment L and you will choose a particular segment R, right? Such that you can try to maximize the number of ones. So can I say that if after the operation, right, like after the operation, what I want after the operation, if I'm performing the operation, so after the operation, what do I want? I want the maximum ones, na? I want the maximum ones. Please write yes in the chat or MX in the chat. After the operation, I want the maximum number of ones. Okay, so after the operation, if I want the maximum number of ones, so can I say that before doing the operation, I will try to find the segment, because I want a segment from L to R, right? So I'll try to find a segment L to R, right? I'll try to find a segment L to R such that it has kind of the maximum number of zeros, correct? I'll try to find a segment L to R such that it has the maximum number of zeros. Is this point clear to everyone? Is this point clear to everyone? Is it clear? Like, see, if I say that, like, let's say if I give you this example, 0 1 0, right? So I can say that I can choose this whole segment overall, and after flipping, if I choose this whole segment from L to R, then after flipping it will be like 1 0 1 now. Correct. After flipping, it's going to be what? 101. Please write 101 in the chat. Right. That is the maximum that you can have. Other than this, I don't think that you can have anything better than this, right? If you have 0 1 0, so you can choose this as L, this is R, and then you'll get 101, right? So in between, you can sacrifice some of the ones as well. So what I can say is, I want to segment, like, if you have studied a particular algorithm, that is nothing but the Cadence algorithm, right? Cadence algorithm tells you what? Maximum sum, maximum subarray sum. Now here, what do you want? You want the maximum number of zeros. Is this point clear? Is this point clear? That at Cadence algorithm, what you want is want the maximum subarray sum, right? You want maximum subarray sum. And here, what do you want here? Here you want nothing but maximum zero, zero elements, right? Maximum zero elements subarray. Maximum, like, longest subarray, like the largest chunk, the largest number of zeros that can be there in a subarray, right? That is what you want, because you want the zeros to be converted to one. You want to flip. Is this point clear to everyone? Is it clear, guys? Okay, others can also tell me in the chat, is it clear? Right, this is something that I want. Okay, so what I can do here is I can apply the Cadence algorithm. And how we will apply this? So see, what I will do here is, first of all, what I will do here is, like, I will have this particular thing. So let's say initially I can say that I'll have the variable zero, like the zero, That is, if it is 0, if I get the ith string as 0, then I will do z plus plus. If I get it as 1, then I'll do z minus minus. So what I can say is, like, for int, let's say I start from 0, I is lesser than n, then we'll do I plus plus, right? Now after this particular point, what we'll do is, if it happens, right, if it happens, is am I audible, guys? Okay. So if it happens that s of I, right, if it happens that, let's say, s of I, if s of I, like, sorry, str of I, if ith character is equal to, let's say, 0. So in that case, I'll increment the number of zeros, right? So I'll say that, okay, I have a 0. Else what I will do is, else I'll decrease, I'll say that, okay, I don't have a 0 at this place, right? Now what can I do, guys? What can I do? Like, I need to, like, see, I will always be at a particular, when I'm iterating now, so I will always be considering a particular left and a particular right range, okay, that I'll be at. But in the end, I want a particular AL and AR such that that particular segment contains the maximum number of zeros. Correct? Please write MX in the chat if you are clear with this thing. Is it clear that currently I'll be at a particular, like, every time I'll be at a particular range left and right. Okay, that is what is going to happen. Like, every time when I'm iterating, so my left, sometimes my left will be here and my right pointer will be here, because that is the segment that I might be considering. Okay, that is one thing. But overall, I'll be storing a maximum, like, I'll be storing answer left, the leftmost pointer and the rightmost pointer of my final sub. Okay, so for this, what I can say is that, let's say, I'll have AL, okay, I'll have AR, right? This is the answer. Now if you will see in this question, so the string that is been given, right, you have to consider one based indexing, right? So when I say that you have to consider one based indexing, right, when you have been given any string and you have to consider one based indexing, so the first index will be 1, right? So I'll say that, okay, my left guy is standing at 1 and my right guy is also standing at 1. Is this point clear to everyone? That I'll say that, okay, in that case, if it is one base, so I'll say that, okay, left is standing at 1 and right pointer is also standing at 1. Is this point clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat if everyone is clear with this, and then I'll proceed further as well. Till this point, everyone is clear? Right, so Vipul says yes. What about other people? Others are also clear with this thing. Okay, Naikaj is also clear, right? So this is what I'm doing. Now, what I will say is, I'll also need a maximum variable now, because I need to find the maximum. So I'll say that, okay, I'll initialize the maximum as 0, right? Now, what I will say is, if it happens, right, if it happens that the number of zeros that I'm having currently in the segment, if it is greater than the maximum that I have seen till now, right? So I can say that the maximum will be marked as Z. Okay, that is what will happen. The maximum will be marked as Z, and I'll say that, okay, AL, the current left segment of my answer will be nothing but the left, and the current right segment, the right pointer of my answer that I'm going to consider is going to be what? Is going to be nothing but the right pointer. Is this point clear to everyone? Till this point, everyone is clear? With this if statement, everyone is clear, guys? Yes or no? Okay, is everyone clear with this statement? Okay, now I need to consider one more thing, right? I need to consider one more thing. Let's say if you have 0, okay, let's say if you have 0, like, let's say you have a condition like this. Let's say you have 0, then you have 1 1. Okay, let's say after that you have some zeros. Okay, fine. So let's, here the number of zeros will be what? 1, right? Here the number of zeros will be what? 0. Now here the number of zeros will be what? Minus 1. Minus 1, right? Guys, understand this thing. Like, I am saying this thing, right? Let's say that if you are here, okay, let's say if you are at this string, so z is equal to 0 here. Okay, z is equal to, sorry, the number of zeros till this point is 1, right? Now if you see a, like, if you see 1, so you'll mark your 0 as subtracted, so it will be 0. Now if you come here, so z will become what? Z will be nothing but minus 1 now, because whenever you encounter 1, then you are decreasing your z, so you get z as negative. So do you want to consider this segment from left to right? Let's say this is your left, current left, and this is your current right. Do you want to consider this segment? No, because if you are having more number of ones compared to the number of zeros, that is when the z value is negative, right? Z value is negative means that the number of ones is more than the number of zeros. So in such cases, do you want to consider this? No, please write no in the chat. Do you want to consider this thing? Guys, quickly let me know, do you want to consider this particular thing? Quickly let me know. No, we don't want to consider this thing. So in such cases, what we will do is, we will simply say that if it happens that the number of zeros is lesser than 0, right? If the number of zeros is lesser than 0, if the number of zeros that I'm having, right, if it becomes lesser than 0, so that means that this particular segment I don't want to consider. So I'll say what? I will say that now I should start from where? Ideally, I should start from this point, right? See, I should start from where? I should start from this particular point now, right? I'll say that, okay. In that case, I will mark the, like, I'll say that, okay, let's mark the number of zeros as 0, okay. So that will be restarting, and I will say that left will be I plus 1. No, see, if let's say this, if you have to, like, see, you have to always remember that you have to return what? You have to return the one based indexing, right? So see, if I'll talk about the indexing, right, index, so this is 0th index, this is 1th index, this is 2th index, right? Yes, z is greater or equal to 1, as we know that we have input at least 1 0. Okay, so see, 3 at the index 3, right? So if this much segment is having more number of ones, right? So I will say that, okay, my right pointer and left pointer will move. So obviously right is moving always. So my left will come here. Okay, but actually, to be honest, if you will see, like, so see, earlier, like, see, my eye was where? Like, at this point, till this point of time, my eye was here and my left was here. So you are saying that left will come here, like left will come here. So you are saying that left will be what? Left will be equal to I plus 1. Okay. So in this case, I is equal to 2. I is at the index 2. Now left will be at what? Left will be equal to I plus 1. So that is nothing but 2 plus 1. That is going to be 3. Okay. So the value of left will be equal to nothing but 3. Okay. Now, do you want to return the zero based indexing? No, you want to return the one based indexing, right? Please write one in the chat. So that is why you will say that, okay, left is equal to nothing but I plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. This is for the one based indexing. Is it clear? I plus 1 is fine. Left will be equal to I plus 1, but you want to return left value as one based index. So you will do another plus 1. Please write plus 1 in the chat, guys. If everyone is clear, you can give me a plus 1 and hit the like button if you haven't. Right. So what I'll say is, I'll say that, okay, left pointer is equal to nothing but I plus 1 plus 1. Right. This is what I'm going to do. And this, till this point, I will do this particular thing. Is it clear to everyone? Quickly let me know. I'm just looking at the chat. Is it clear, or is there anything else that's not clear? And while I'm doing this particular thing, so my right pointer always keeps on moving na? Right, like right is here, right is here, right is here. So every time right keeps on moving. So I'll say that, okay, at every instance right will keep on moving. So you can see that this is the normal code, and inside this for loop, every time the right pointer is always keeps on moving. In the end, after this loop is over, so I can say that I'll return what? A of L and A of R. That is my most suitable answer that I can have. Right. Now let's try and do one thing. Let's try and quickly compile this code to see if it works or not. Is it clear till this point, everyone? Else we will update the right. We will normally keep on updating the right. So you can see that when you have all the ones, right? Let's say you have all the ones, right? So in that case, the answer will be minus one, minus one. Let's say if you want to consider any other example, let's say if you consider the this example 0, 1, 0. So in this case, the answer will be 1 to 3. Let's see that, because if it is 0, 1, 0, then you will have all this segment. See, yeah, you can see here that this can also be an answer. So you can see, like, if I am having this particular thing, let's say if I'm having 0 1 0, so there can be multiple answers for this. If you will see, 0 1 0 is there. Okay, now I can maximum have two ones, right? Please write two in the chat. I can have maximum two ones, so I can shift this guy. So I'll say that, okay, my left and right can be this guy only. So that is why left is equal to 1 and right is equal to 1, and I'll have 1 1 0. Okay, this is what I'll have. Now if you will see this problem test case also, so it says that if there are multiple answers now, then you have to return the lexicographically smallest pair of L and R, and that is what my code also did. Because if there are multiple answers, so basically I'm storing the very first answer always. Like if there are various numbers that are having the same, so I'm not considering the equal to condition in the if part in line number 29. That is why I'm always considering the minimum only, right? So that is how my code is very much optimal at the first place only. Let's try and submit this now to see if it gets accepted or not. I hope it should get accepted as well. Yes, it gets accepted. So you can see that my score also becomes 1350 with this problem. Is it clear to everyone? Is the question clear to everyone? Please write clear in the chat, guys, if everyone is clear with the question and everything. Is everyone clear with the question, guys? I'm still getting ads. You can write clear in the chat if you're clear with this question. Is everyone clear with the question? Okay, so basically in this problem what you did was like you did nothing but it is just modified Cadene's, right? Modified Cadence algorithm. And talking about the time complexity, so line number 35, we reset the left when z becomes 0 as well. Yeah, so you can see here like left becomes, we reset the left when z becomes 0. Yeah, so when I'm doing this thing, na, left is equal to I plus 1 Rishit, because we have already handled all the ones earlier. If you will see here, let's say if you have 0, right, and then you have 1 1, okay, then you have 0 0 whatever. So if you will see here till this point, my at this point my z will become what? If you will see till this point, my z will be minus 1. If it is minus 1, so this will indicate that okay, I am having more number of ones, right? So in this guy point, at this point my I is here and my left guy is here. So what I want my left guy to come here. Okay, so what I want is want my left now to be equal to I plus 1, because I want to mark z is equal to 0 from here on, and I want to restart from it. But actually if this is left, so this index is 3 according to 0 base. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. According to 0 base it will be I plus 1. But if I'm considering a 1 base index, so it will be left is equal to I plus 1, because actually I want it to be equal to 4 in 1 base rate. Okay, z is equal to 0, we consider 1 to flip, which not we want. Yeah, right. So basically if the number of zeros that you're having, if they are lesser compared to the number of ones, so then z will be negative. If z is negative, then you'll say that okay, let's have z as 0 and left is equal to I plus 1, and then you will after this is over, so you'll keep on moving your right. All of you can please give me a plus on the chart, and please hit the like button if you haven't already. Guys, please hit the like button if you're clear with this problem. We don't have to wait for when z becomes minus 1, because if left becomes 0, if left becomes 0, then we have to reset as well. We know the input has at least one 0. Okay, those cases can be there, like we know that input has this thing. Yeah, we know that input has actually. Can you share your LinkedIn profile? I can try to share my LinkedIn profile. No worries. Like you can simply search, if you will just search Yash Dwivedi, let's say. So I think you can get my LinkedIn profile from here. All right. So I'll just share it if you want. I hope that there is no login required. Right. So is it clear to everyone? The problem is clear at the very first place. Is this problem clear? Can please write clear in the chat. So talking about the time complexity. So since I applied the Cadence algorithm, so like order of, just quickly tell me order of what? If I talk about the time complexity, so the time complexity is going to be what? Order of nothing but n, because I'm simply traversing. And talking about the space complexity of this particular problem, so space complexity is going to be nothing but what? It's going to be order of 1, because I'm not taking any extra space, and I did this problem using the Cadence algorithm. Okay, so this is how this particular problem can be solved. Now let me quickly share the code snippet with you as well. So I'll quickly generate the link so that you can access the code also if you want. Okay, let's do this quickly. Yeah, let me copy this code and let me share it right here. Yeah, so it's shared. So again, I'll quickly walk you through this code, that if counter is like initially mark the counter of ones as 0, count the number of ones. If all of them are 1, then you simply don't need to choose any range, you don't need to flip any range, so you can directly return -1 answer. Otherwise you have the 0 in the current range, the number of, can we try that if z is equal to 0? No, you should not try this particular thing. The moment the z becomes 0, okay. So you're saying that the moment it becomes equal, okay, I'll tell you what will happen in that case. See, if you're saying something like this, now, let's say if you're saying that this kind of a scenario is here. So just to clear the information, could you modify the condition and submit? Okay, I'll try to do that also. So let's do this as you are saying. So you should have told me the line number directly now. So if you will see here, let's say that if you do this thing, let's see how it will go and what will happen. Okay, seems to work for the sample. Let's try and submit it also. Yeah, you can see that it fails now. Why does it fail? Because if you will see this particular test case, so you can see that it will not work. Why it will not work? Because cadence algorithm is not like that now. Cadence algorithm does not work like this. When you get negative, then you restart. Okay, if you are not getting negative, then you will not see. I'll tell you, see, if you will see here, like let's say that this is what, this is 1 1, right, this is 0 0. Okay, and let's say after that you have several zeros, right? So see, you are saying that till this point they will be neutralized, right? See, Rishit, you are saying that till this particular point, like if I will, let's say I'll check for this example basically. Okay, let me put this as custom input. How many, what is the size that I'm having? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so let's say I have the size is 7. Let's say I have 1 1, then I have 0 0, then I have 0 0, and okay, just a second. Let's say I have 1 1, then 1 2 1 2 3. Okay, let's try and compile this and see what will happen. So is it clear, guys? Please write +1 in the chat if you are clear with this test case also. I can see a lot of people are watching us. You can see that this also gets wrong, right? As I have drawn this particular case. So in this case, you can see that the expected answer is what? 3 to 7. Okay, expected is what? Expected, like I'll write this, like the answer range for this particular question like is what, it is nothing but 3 to 7. They are expecting that you will return 3 to 7. So they are expecting that you will select from here till this particular point. Okay, they are expecting this thing. And what are you returning? What are you returning, Rishit? You are returning this particular part, like you are returning 5 to 7. Okay, you are returning 5 to 7. They are expecting 3 to 7. Okay, now you will say that, okay, what is the scenario? See, if you will flip 3 to 7, like let's say if you flip 3 to 7, right? So okay, so see, expected is this. If you, your output is 5 to 7. So if you will see here, like, can you understand that why this is going to happen? Because the moment, see, the moment you get, like, see, the moment you get z is equal to 0 here, then you're saying that you will restart from here, and now you'll consider only this much segment, and you'll mark them as 1. So the answer will be like 1 1 0 0, then 1 1 1. Okay, so you can see that these zeros are not taken care of, right? But otherwise, if you will see the other scenario, so even when your number of zeros becomes 0, right, even when your number of zeros become 0, if you will still stay patient, right, so then you are going to consider like what, then you are going to consider possibly this whole segment, right? So in that case it will be more beneficial now, right? Are you clear with this particular thing, that how the answer is going to take care? Check if 0 is greater than 1, then count, then store, then left is equal to this. Yeah, you can do those things, but basically I told you the concept, that basically the expected answer will be that from right from the third guy till the seventh guy. Let us say that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So from this guy till this guy, they want you to change, whereas you were changing it from 5 to 7 because you got this as 0. So that is one of the mistakes that you were doing, like. Okay, great. So please hit the like button, guys, and please give me a +1 in the chat quickly. I can see a lot of people are watching us. Please hit the like button if you haven't, and then I'll end this stream as well. I hope that this problem is clear to everyone. Okay, and the intuition also. So basically, when z is lesser than 0, then you will reset it. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining for this particular video. And I hope that you learned something new. It was modified cadence. And Rishit also asked a good doubt, that what if z is equal to 0? But when z is equal to 0, so if you have some zeros with you, so you want them to get converted to ones, right? So that is why you will, whenever the number of, like when the z value becomes negative, then only you will reset the range. Okay. So thanks a lot for joining. Please, after this video is over, you can comment on understood as well if you have understood this problem clearly, and make sure to hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe the channel as well. And with that being said, I'll see you on Sunday. On Friday, Abhinav will be taking the stream, so I'll see you on Sunday. Till then, good night, take care, and happy coding, guys. Bye, everyone.